All right, everyone, welcome to Trade of the Week Monday. Generally, what I do is I take something that triggered on Monday morning and I give it to you guys for a free idea based off what we do at Stats Edge Trading, which is pure algorithmic based, pure quantitative trading. Uh, However, nothing triggered yet today. So I'll show why and then I'll show a name that I'm kind of interested in if it can get the move that I want, which is a pretty big move. So, first of all, why didn't anything trigger? Well, beauty of what we do at Stats Edge, beauty of what I do with my trading, and this is how I've gotten more zen as I get older with my trading, is I have systems that I've back tested for 30 years, and I'm saying if these things occur, then there's a better than 50-50 chance, and then here's the risk reward, and over time, these systems are profitable. So what we need to do then is we need to wait for the triggers. So on the weekend, StatsEdge Pro members get access to all the triggers. Also, if you remember, you come into our Discord room and there's a little bot there that will alert you in real time. However, what's happened recently with this downturn is our trend following systems turned off. They have what's called a regime filter, or a filter that just says market's looking a little dicey right now for trend following. Let's ignore that and focus on more mean revision, and let's focus on more pullback trading. So, trading with the volatility as opposed to trend following. So, again, trend following, you're buying something, you're generally waiting long periods of time for this to grind higher. And in mean reversion, you're looking for volatility. So, you're looking for snapbacks that you're buying and then little bounces. And with trend following, you can generally make more money because even though you're going to be wrong more often than you're right, you're probably only going to be right 35-40% of the time. You can get some crazy moves as you continue to be right for very long periods of time. If you reverse this with mean reversion, you usually right more often, but you need that volatility. And then sometimes you're in periods like this where nothing happens, where you all of the systems turned off because this isn't the time that we want to be buying and holding for long periods of time in long-term trends. However, we're not getting a volatile day, so none of the systems have triggered yet. So you can see we've got a lot of them loaded up here, but the one I wanted to talk about that's interesting to me that I do think has a chance to trigger is this QBTS. So for the record, not going to invest in any of these quantum computing things or hold them for really any extended period of time. The reason for that is I looked into them a bit. They're companies that potentially might make money 30 years from now, but nothing for a long period of time. However, they have that volatility characteristic that we want from our trend following strategy. So this line right here, this line is the line that we're looking at that has an alert set. So if it gets that line, right, our Discord bot will alert. That's about 750. The reason that that's important is just based off the systems and the indicators and the algorithm I built. What I like to do is then go and apply my trading eye to it. And this 750 is kind of important because it was this top right here. So we had a big breakout yesterday. They have some sort of quantum computing thing that's happening on, I believe, Wednesday or Thursday of this week. And what I think that could cause is a sell the news event where it sells back down to an area like this. That could trigger a buy and then hopefully another little bit of a bounce just to get us out of the trade. Again, this is what we're trying to do with these systems. All of these have triggers and entries and stops. We can talk about another one here with Groupon. Same kind of idea. Massive pop and push up because of earnings. And if it comes back down to this 1250, that's where the system has told us to get involved. So there's upsides and downsides. The upside is because there's been nothing triggering. I don't have to take any trades. There's nothing really for me to do. I'm just kind of hanging out in cash, and whatever happens to the market happens to the market. When it's time for action, we'll get these alerts. So again, I don't know if either of these things will trigger, but those are just kind of two names that I want to talk about. And I want to talk to you a little bit about what we do. Now, the beauty of this is it helps with a lot of the psychological problems that traders have. So one of them being a feeling of a need to always be trading, and I need to trade, I need to find something to trade, I need to, right? That's something that is very detrimental in the long run. So not something that you really want to do. You don't want to be forced to trade. It doesn't make any sense. Not something that we're interested in. However, if we're just waiting for triggers to happen, it helps with that a lot. It also helps with a feeling of, I think, that helplessness in markets like this, where you don't really know what to trade, and nothing that you were doing in 2022 and 2023 are working very well because then you just bought Nvidia when it went up and you made a bunch of money. The beauty of it is, again, we have all these systems, we have the back tests, they're all on statsedgetrading.com, the website, so you can check them out, and we know what we'll do. So there's a chance, a good chance, that if the market just screams higher today, there are no new entries in the system this week, and we just sit it out. And that's the nature of it. And some people, that will be hard to follow a system and not to trade. That's why, if you're one of those people, I think you need systems more than anything else, because it's basically saying there is the market, and based off what I've done, what I do in my testing, the market's not conducive to taking action right now. So I don't. What I do is I take my time and I look for new systems to build. I'm building some intraday trading systems. I'm going to start working on future systems. I have a course lined up that I'm going to take soon about crypto systems. So a lot of things that I'm going to look to do, but just not right now trading actively. So if you feel the need to always be pulling the trigger and you're in a market like this, that we had a big bounce on Friday, nothing was really happening today, and you feel the need to be super active, you should, take account of that and say, is this just, gambling getting to me, or I'm looking for excitement somewhere? If that's the case, then you probably be really better off trading a system, waiting for your trigger to come through. And until then, just getting away from the screens.